and welcome to another segment of Life Changing Solutions Live with Angie Torres. And today, as our guest, we have Amanda Hildebrand.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being with us.
You're welcome.
And today we're going to talk about spirituality, as one of the domains in personal development. Some people have it like they uncollapse the two, but I strongly believe that spirituality is a part. It's a domain, just like finances, relationships. Those are different domains in our lives.
Absolutely.
And spirituality is part of our personal development. So Amanda's here, and she's going to be sharing with us her journey, and then also some of the practices, and maybe answer some of the questions that we get around this.
Yes.
So again, thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
So we've known each other for a little bit.
We have a long time, like 9 years.
I know, it's crazy.
Yes.
No, I'm still 18, but no. So, wow, now.
I know.
Random girl moment. Anyway, and recently, in like the last year or two, right, you discovered this?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
What is this?
2 years ago, I discovered spirituality. Ta-da! I was totally like, I didn't realize that there is a distinction, just like you said, people separate their personal development, spirituality. They don't believe that the two are interconnected, and they are, most definitely. And I had a disconnect. I thought spirituality was religion, and that's not the case either. So, I mean, it can be both. But I found spirituality, I found myself. So, and that's kind of what it's about. I was working a regular 9-to-5 job. I had my family, my husband, what we all perceive as just normal, regular, what we're supposed to do. And I wasn't happy, and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't happy. Like, I had everything. I had a career, everything was going well, everything was great, and I couldn't find anything in myself that was grateful for that. So I did, and it kind of all started, and I don't want to get too woo-woo, but it all started with an energy healing that I had. I had never even heard of an energy healing, really, and something opened up in me, and I just felt like I just needed to be on a different path. So it all, I wasn't happy at work, so I felt like I needed something else. And I had done yoga a little bit, mostly like in the gym and on some videotapes or DVDs. I didn't have a VHS. And I wanted something in addition to that. I had read so much about meditation and how it helped people. And so I started looking, and I found the practice of Kundalini yoga. And, I followed my intuition. I didn't know what it was about. I went on a website, and it looked interesting. Just what they had to say about the practice was what I was looking for, to what I thought I needed. And I found the practice, and it was amazing. It changed my life.
I know, I was honestly...
Changed it completely.
Yeah, because again, as we said, we've known each other for 9 years. And when we first met, that was like in the beginning of our adult life. So here we are adulting, getting situated in our careers, and we've been keeping in touch, and I watched you grow and settle into corporate America, and to most people that is like the success, she made it.
I was climbing that ladder, I was like quickly, and it was awesome, but I didn't want that anymore.
And to completely give that up, so many people work so hard, and that is their goal, and not to minimize that, but because that's such a big accomplishment and such a big deal and something that people really strive for, to just say nah and completely. So that's when I was like, whoa, what is it that you're doing? Because to make such a life change, because it wasn't, oh, I'm doing yoga, it's no, I'm completely changing my life and living this.
Yeah, and that's it. I was living it, and I started the practice, and we didn't even tell. I quit my corporate job. I was practicing for less than a year, and all of a sudden it was just like a switch like flipped on in me, and I knew that I was helping people in what I was doing. I was in human resources, I was in HOA management, and I mean, human resources and training was my focus, but I wanted to help people in a different way. I wanted to help people find what I had found. And so I did. I was in a yoga class. I was in a meditation, and the owner of a yoga studio announced that he was looking for a manager. And all of a sudden, it was just like this voice in the back of my head. It was like, just do it. Just do it. I was like, okay. And so after I did, I went up to him and said, you know what, I'm interested in this. And it was literally like 4 days later, I was giving my 2-week notice at my job, and I was just like, I'm done. I knew I wanted to be a yoga teacher and a meditation teacher. I thought that I wanted to own a yoga studio. Turns out I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. And I did. I quit my corporate job and I went to go manage a yoga studio and just learn more about the process of that, having a business and immersing myself in this practice that I had created, and it was amazing.
And that's awesome. And, you know, we have a couple minutes, and I would like to use that because you brought something up, which I think is really important, the distinction between spirituality and religion.
Mm-hmm.
If you could speak into that.
Well, I feel like spirituality is, you can use, religion is following a certain dogma. You have these rules, these things that you practice. You you read the Bible, you read the Quran, or whatever it is. But spirituality is more about connecting with yourself and realizing that it's finding the true, your soul, really, who you are deeply, who you were born to be, without what we end up being conditioned as, what we're told we're supposed to be. Things that happen to us kind of change who we are a little bit, but it's connecting with that deeper part of yourself, knowing who you are, and realizing that the universe is, everything is connected and you are a part of that. I feel like that is what spirituality is, and they can be both. You can have both. You can have, your spirituality and your religion, and Kundalini yoga is the practice of, it's the yoga of awareness, and it's connecting with your soul, with who you truly are, and you can have that with a religion. You can do both. So that's how I feel about it.
Well, thank you for that. No, because I think that's really important too, because I've had several conversations, and in terms of like religion versus spirituality, and I don't think it's a versus. It's not one or the other. No. It can be, but it can be spirituality and religion, or spirituality can be threaded through religion, or religion can be threaded through within the spirituality. I think the spirituality focus more on the oneness, and the wholeness of the individual and how we connect to someone else. And the practices may look very different. Mm-hmm. Like mainstream, we have like, the mainstream or common knowledge or belief would be the yoga or going out there and, like I said, woo woo. But you can still be very connected with yourself and centered and grounded, and practice religious practices. Mm-hmm.
So it can all be combined into whatever you want it to be, whatever you feel you need to connect to yourself, and whatever source you believe in. It can all be one. You can take a little from here, a little from there, and just make it your own, because it's about connecting with yourself and realizing your place on earth and in the universe, and with your source, your creator.
Right. No, and I love that, and thank you very much for like making that distinction, because as I said, it's I feel that it's really important, because some people feel that, and I'm all about like scarcity and abundance, and when you have a conversation of either or, that for me is a scarcity conversation, because you're having to choose and live without one thing, versus having an abundant conversation and being able to say, I can do both. And they're not contradicting each other, they're actually complementing each other. So this is like little nuggets that we like to put out there. Well, we're about to end this segment, but we're going to have another one here coming up shortly, so stay tuned. Amanda, you'll be back with us?
I will.
Okay, great.
I'll talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Right, and actually I was hoping we could talk about more about like yoga and some of the practices that you are practicing and teaching.
Yes.
And the benefits of those.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
Just see where that
Anybody
conversation...
can do it.
Right.
And you don't have to put your foot behind your head.
Right, that's awesome. Yeah, I also do want to talk about that too.
No, I can't do that.
What? No. All right. Well, thanks, and we'll see you guys in the next segment. Bye.
Bye.